Jason, go home.
Clever, fuck off.
Go home.
I don't know who Jason is, but...
Okay.
I know
all right, Mr. Carter. Have a nice night. Go home.
Nice job, Glover. Glover, what are we doing wrong?
Sir, you're in violation of the Residential Tranquility Act, so this is your first warning.
What is this Residential Tranquility Act? Please explain the code for me.
You cannot have a First Amendment assembly at night.
Actually, you can if it's under 60 decibels. And we're under 60 decibels. Do you have a decibel reader?
And we also
Do one of
have
your officers have a decibel reader?
So
you have complaints with no decibel reader.
You have no decibel reader.
So then,
I'm going to stay here. I'm going to stay here. Glover.
now you're blocking passage.
I'm actually, this is actually a spontaneous parade.
So are you.
So
this is a spontaneous parade.
I'm exempt. No, you're not.
This is a spontaneous parade.
Move to the sidewalk.
This is a spontaneous parade, Glover.
I-60, ma'am. Last name Glover. Special Operations Division.
Head douchebag.
Oh, did you guys arrest that DHS officer that raped the girl?
So why'd Bagshaw break a window?
You'll have to talk to him about that.
He declined to answer, so that's why I'm asking you as superior officer.
You'll have to talk to him about that.
He refused to answer. I'm asking you as superior officer why he decided to do that. You don't know why your subordinate decided to break a window and arrest someone for no absolute reason, and then the DA had the charges dropped and then sent a letter over to Bowser about it?
Well, I'm sorry you're mistaken about all that.
I'm not mistaken about all that.
Oh, yeah, you are. So
where am I mistaken?
Here's the deal, Mr. Charter. You're on
I don't know
you're on pretrial
I don't know who
release,
you're
too.
talking about.
You're Mr. Charter. I
don't know who you're talking about.
You're Jason Charter.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I know who you are.
Okay, Glover.
So you're on pretrial release, too. So do you want to be violated for that?
Are you going to arrest me right now for expressing my First Amendment rights?
If you keep doing this tonight up here and
being
getting
under 60 decibels, I have not gotten into any confrontations. I have not gotten into any confrontations.
And I saw you on that lawn over there too. So
you mean
that's
when I
unlawful
escorted a lady off the lawn before your officers assaulted them because your officers decided to shoot a guy in the back tonight? And sorry, not a guy, shot a kid in the back tonight.
Well, I would ask you to check your facts on that. So you're mistaken about that too. Okay.
I'm right on that one. Just turned 18.
So here's the deal, folks. Okay.
We're going to continue our First Amendment assembly. Glover, I suggest you go back to your car and fuck off.
If your colleagues shot your kids, would that be okay with you?
No one wants to talk to you today, Glover. Go back to your car. No one wants to talk to you today.
All right, you're going to go for simple assault. So you knock it off with the flashlight.
What are you talking about?
Knock it off with the flashlight.
3 cops have done this to me. No, you can't
for simple assault.
That's fucking hilarious, asshole.
You need to back off, Glover. Glover, you need to back off.
Back off. Back off. You stepped up on me. You stepped up on me.
Your fucking
Blue
Lives Matter wristband.
No, I was assaulted by multiple officers tonight on camera. If that's the case, officer. No, you back off.
We're not doing anything.
Please wear a mask.
Why aren't you wearing a mask?
Why are you shining a light in people's faces when you just told them you would arrest them for it?
Because the urgency of the matter, because the confrontation.
No, there is no. The urgency of the matter is you are paid to wear a mask.
Why are you touching me, Glover? Why did you just touch me, Glover? Stop walking into people.
Yeah,
you are walking into people. Go back to your car, Glover. Go back to your car. Go back to your car.
Please wear a mask.
Go back to your car. Your officers killed someone today. Go back to your car.
You should feel some type of remorse about that. Like you don't even feel. It's like as if you feel nothing, and that is so. And it never ceases to surprise me. But even still, I'm so fucking surprised.
Why are you here, Glover? Why are you here? Why is Inspector Glover here? Head of SOD. Why are you here?
Okay, maybe you have a whole problem.
Why is the head of SOD here for like 10 people literally outside the mayor's house just asking to have a conversation when we're under 60 decibels, which is 60 decibels is the limit we're allowed to be at for noise level. I don't see a decibel reader, so unless you get a decibel reader out here, I suggest you don't try to arrest people for their First Amendment assembly.
And you're meaning to tell me that you would not be upset in any way if your child was murdered
because you hate people like
by the people whom they're supposed to protect. So let me ask you a question. Who do I call if I'm being harmed by the police?
Because we can't call
Internal
you.
Affairs.
What the fuck do they do? Nothing.
No, she asked me a question.
And they don't do anything, do they?
Why can't we read the doorbell?
How many reports actually come out showing that police did something wrong in IA reports? What percentage of IA reports come up as a police doing something wrong?
Quite a few, believe it or not.
What is the percentage?
Yeah.
You know a bunch of other statistics you're claiming today, so why don't you...
Jason, I'm not talking to you anymore about anything
else. Why don't
else.
you go back to your car, Glover?
No,
go back to your car, Glover.
I'll be out here.
Why are you here? Why is the head of the Special Operations Division here right now?
It's my detail.
This is not your detail.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's Bagshaw's detail. Your detail is that you're sitting in an office and doing nothing all day.
Yeah, your flashlight's still on, right?
He does know. And then you walked up to someone and like said you were arrested for simple assault.
You have the tools.
It is simple assault, Jason. So keep racking things
up. What is simple
okay?
assault? What are you claiming is simple assault?
All right.
What are you claiming is simple assault?
So read the statute, Jason.
What statute? What statute?
Read the simple assault statute, okay?
What are you
What
claiming
is simple assault, though?
What are you claiming is simple assault? I mean, you're an inspector at
We just want to know.
NPD. You should
We legit
know
are asking
what
you a
simple
question.
assault
I do
is.
know.
So explain it then.
I don't
What
have
is
to.
why? If we're asking you the
don't you
question,
try to talk to
if
the
we're trying to
community?
abide and we're trying to cooperate with you, allegedly.
I'm not cooperating.
I'm asking you a question. I just want to know why.
Yeah, why can't we?
You are legally. You're supposed to tell us why.
No, what I'm supposed to tell you is my name and badge number, and I've done that. If you like that, I would be more than happy to
Oh,
tell
we know
you
who
that.
you are, Glover.
That's
We're
right,
well
you
aware.
do, Jason.
I don't
Thank
know
you.
who you're talking about.
And unfortunately,
you
ma'am,
keep
I'm
naming
sorry
your
you feel that I
subordinate?
don't care about life. I do.
Really?
And if you knew something about my personal life, maybe you knew that I had a family member, a victim of a violent crime as myself, okay? So please don't prejudge me,
So you're
and I'm
saying
not
that
going to
the
prejudge
murder
you.
tonight was
You
a
signed
violent
up to
crime?
kill people
Okay.
Did you
for
just say it was a violent crime?
I didn't say
You
that,
have
Jason.
trauma,
You're
so
putting
you
on.
signed
I
I'm
don't know who
talking to
you're
her.
talking. Jason Bagshaw's your subordinate.
I'm talking to her. She had a conversation with me, and she's being
So
reasonable.
what you're telling me is you're a good cop.
I'm telling you that if you call 911 and you ask for help, I'm coming to help you.
Bullshit, Glover. You're on video beating people up
I was
over
in
the
Columbia
years.
Heights and an old
don't
man
become
pulled up to me, rolled down his window, and told me that he saw bodies in the back of my car. And he said, all we can see are bodies. A man alone in his car. A cop sitting in Columbia Heights. We pulled off. He ran a red, chased us 2 blocks, 50 miles an hour. Cop didn't do shit.
The one
He
time
could have
you
killed 2 black
actually-
women that night.
The one time you actually
He could have
need
killed
one.
2 black women that night. We were
The one
scared for
time
our
you
fucking
actually
lives.
need a cop. Y'all don't, you're never actually around when we need you. And for you to say that, it's like, okay, it's like easier said than done. Like, that's why I keep asking you the question, like, who do I call if I'm harmed by the police?
Yeah,
You
ma'am,
know?
you can call a watch commander and you can call the internal affairs.
Why?
Division.
Why should I have to call them?
You can't even go get
It
your
is
fucking
legally,
boss.
it is your job. It is the money that I pay you. I'm supposed to call you. Why would I call anybody else?
If you're not dissatisfied with the police service, you're more than happy to call the watch commander or the internal affairs division.
You're
But
the
what are
watch
you going to do
commander.
about it? What are y'all going to do about it to make yourselves
Just said
better?
this was your
When
watch.
they get the complaint, they'll investigate.
You're the watch commander, so
Are you going to be
so we're
tested
gonna
annually
complain
for
to
mental
you.
health? Are you going to be going to your communities and checking to see if they have supplies, if they have canned goods, if they have notebooks, if their kids aren't using fucking Taco Bell's Wi-Fi to do their homework?
That's not.
Are we going to make sure that the homeless actually have somewhere to sleep
Those are things
and not in
outside
the
purview
conditions
of the
that
district.
that our shelters are in now because they're actual shit? They're equivalent to jail.
So that's outside the purview of the police department. We make referrals all the
But
time.
yet you have the tools to talk
Hey,
to the
Mayor,
people you
wake
need to.
up!
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't turn those lights off. We
I'm
know
just a
you're
civilian.
awake.
I'm just a citizen. What do I know? But I can go and get that information and shit, I'll be damned because Trayvon's Martin is running for office right now. Trayvon's mother. You know what I'm saying? So if I get those tools, if any one of us gets those tools, and to find out that you didn't do it yourselves, that would be very inconvenient.
Okay.
Just remember I said that today. You still have the tools. Do better. There is much more that can be done. And anybody who thinks that they know everything that can be done is a fool. You can always do better. And I
we
want
can.
to see better.
I don't disagree with you.
Do you have any
Why did it
ideas of
take
what
us
y'all
so
can do?
We constantly train. We constantly improve as things
You trained
happen.
to steal my tent when I was homeless? You trained to steal my meds when I was homeless? Then beat me when I have a fucking mental breakdown because you took my meds? Is that what's gonna go on?
What
I'm
about
talking to her.
Dion?
She's
What about
asking
Dion?
me-
And
But he
she's
has a
asking me to
point, though.
understand
Glover, how do you
something.
feel
I'm
about
trying to
Dion?
do that.
I'm shaking.
I'm sorry.
Glover, how do you feel about Dion?
Also they sometimes.
How do you
Do
feel
you
about
wish to
Dion?
continue to
How do you
talk
feel
or
about
not?
him? Come on.
I mean, it's also what my peers say.
I'm sorry?
It's also amongst what my peers say.
Okay, but you and I were
And they have a
dialoguing.
point.
So are we done dialoguing or not?
So that's your answer then, is that all you guys are going to do is continue to train.
We continue to train.
Because
we
you
continue
train in how to
improve.
kill people. You train in how to profile people.
Right.
You train in how to hurt people, and then you train in how to cover it up. And then when I'm having problems, you all sit and say you should call the police. No. What am I going to call? The people who are trained to kill people and cover it up? Why would I do that?
You ever seen House of Cards?
Why can't we have the video? Why can't we have the video?
When are you releasing the body cam footage, Clover? When's the initial
I understand
release
that decision's being made. It's going to come out.
When?
I'm not making that when it's actually the minute it's coming out. I know it's going to come out.
I didn't ask a minute. I just said when. Give an
I don't know because I don't make that decision, but I know that we will be releasing it.
So then why are you here?
There's certain steps that do have to be.
To someone who
no, let me
makes
ask you this.
All of it? Is some of it going to be taken out or redacted?
So there's certain steps that have to be taken.
Well, maybe we should expedite that and change the laws so that doesn't happen anymore. So the day that a kid gets shot in the back with his hands up, the footage can come out so we can know the truth, so you can't bullshit us around like Newsham did today in that press conference.
So what part of the law are you going to use to redact part of the footage?
Was he holding a gun when he was shot?
I'm sorry?
Was he holding a gun when he was shot?
Was he holding any kind of weapon?
I can't answer that question. I haven't seen the video. It's not for me to see right now.
So what the fuck are you doing here?
Well, when you have neighbors calling the police to investigate the trouble, what do you think's going to happen?
Are you talking about that neighbor who had a polite conversation with us?
And I'm talking about this neighbor.
That neighbor didn't call the police because we had a polite conversation with him.
That neighbor supported us.
That neighbor came out and tried to assault someone. So if you want to talk about that,
you were on everybody's
I wasn't on anyone's lawn.
I think a public sidewalk is called public for a reason.
So
we also pay for all of these houses to be. So I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
No, it's
well, I'm sorry we're not going to agree on every topic. So.
Glover, is canvassing illegal?
Last time I checked, it wasn't.
Last time I checked, canvassing wasn't illegal.
You're doing noise at night, sir.
Canvassing is not illegal, sir.
Canvassing at night.
Canvassing is legal any time of the day.
Under 60 decibels is not illegal, correct?
Check the statute.
Under 60 decibels, it's not illegal. Under 60 decibels, it's not illegal.
How long are you going to be here?
Where's your decibel meter?
How long are you going to be here?
I'm not going to tell you how long I'm going to be here. I'll be here as long as I want. I'll make sure the mayor stays up all night if I want.
I mean, she is up. She just turned the lights off.
Wake back up. We know you're up. Turning off the lights ain't going to change anything,
Which is even more disrespectful. She could have easily opened her window and been like, hey, guys, peace out. At least she would have acknowledged
ring the doorbell to see if she would answer the door, and your officer made up some bullshit and said we couldn't do that. Since when is canvassing illegal, Glover?